Try not to waste your guys' time, of course, right? But sometimes the camera messes with me. All right. Ooh, a little chilly this morning. So right now it's 7:30, and we are off. So I had a couple things that I had to do this morning, right? And now I'm back at the house, and now we're headed back out to another spot. So, but today, like, man, the weather it couldn't be any better for trying to actually go and fly right now. Other than the fact that it's on the chillier side, it is in the 30s right now. But what's so crazy is that now we're finally getting past that. But at least the afternoons warm up pretty good. So hopefully today I'll get to hang out with a couple other pilots. We'll see how that goes. It just depends on how work really goes, right? So we'll see. But yeah, so right now we are on our way, which I'm pretty excited about. All right. Man, my windows are still like so fogged up. That's the one thing about this van. It's like, because I think they're so open that it's like these vans just build up such easy like condensation, I guess. All right, so, but anyway, like I was saying yesterday, man, we actually went up for a small flight, and it was actually a lot of fun because I had a buddy, or actually, I shouldn't say a buddy, it's actually my girlfriend's brother-in-law. He was on a job site right on the beach, and he gave me a call saying, hey man, if you don't mind trying to fly past this one area. So I was like, definitely. So when I got up in the sky and started to try to fly, it was epic. I did a flyby right by him. It was perfect, and it was just so much fun, you know. And really, it's always like nice that when you know somebody and you get to do a flyby like that, all you gotta do is just really, you don't have to do any kind of showing off moves when you're low. Like my whole thing is paramotoring, it's already so cool just to be flying one. So really, when you fly by somebody who hasn't really ever seen it in person, you're already blowing their mind. So for me, plus I was riding the APCO glider, which is like a very, very safe glider. It's, man, it's very slow for me, you know, because I'm very light on it, but it's still a fun glider to fly though. I think all around it's just so much fun. Man, it's starting to, I can already feel it like through the windshield how much warmer it's already getting, but I just want it to be hot. Just want it to be so hot. But yeah, so yesterday, like I was saying, I did go out for a flight. I put the 3-blade back on because I do enjoy the 3-blade. I also did a big pre-flight inspection on the paramotor yesterday, which you guys can see in my live stream yesterday. I started out doing a drive home from work, and we went back to the shop. I talked to you guys about the car, what's going on, how I got to pull the trans out, and then I figured that we'd pull the paramotor out and do a pre-flight inspection on it, because I love doing that kind of stuff at my shop, and because at least when I do it at the shop, that's where all my tools are, and where, say, other things are that I normally would never carry on me on the road. So it's like if I find a problem, I'd rather find it in my shop, so I know I can either fix it right there and then, or I'm not taking that aircraft out to fly. And that's the one thing about paramotors, you know, it's like you have to do all your own self checks. Yo! Tim, what's up, dude? What's happening, man? Happy to see you on the live, dude. We're heading to work right now. I actually was at a current different job. I've been bouncing around so much, being so busy with work lately, that it's been so crazy. And I'm trying to play the catch-up game. I was just in California. I'm back now. And all I'm trying to do is really catch up with everything that I got going on, right? And really, it's just so many things, you know? And just trying to play that catch-up game, and it's so hard for me to get back on track, but I feel like I'm so close. But I do have another trip I'm going on. Just finished some work on the electric lightweight paramotor 11K. Now battery, dang, ready to fly. Dude, Tim, that's so cool. I can't wait to see that video, man. That is epic. And just so some of you guys are aware on here, Tim, who's on here dropping comments right now, he makes YouTube videos as well over where he lives, over in China. So definitely, guys, go follow him. Go check out his videos. His editing is incredible, and plus he's got really phenomenal cameras for his type of videos that he makes. And he does a lot of flying videos, which is really epic. So make sure you guys go check him out. Make sure you guys go share the love, smash that subscribe button, drop some comments on his videos. And I'm for sure that if you watch some of his videos, you're gonna want to drop comments, because he's got some cool things going on over there in China. And really, I hope that one of these days I'll get the chance to leave here from Jersey and go over and hang out with Tim over in China one day, and maybe even get a flight over there. Like, that would be incredible. That's like a one-day dream, hopefully. Which, you know, things can happen. Yeah, definitely, man. And same for you, man. I would love for you to come over here to the States, maybe when there's a big fly-in going on, and have you come. We hang out, maybe even go to Atlantic City. You know, everyone always loves to go to Atlantic City and stuff when they're here. Go show you Cape May, show you some of the famous spots, and then maybe go to a fly-in. You know, that would be epic. That would be really cool, Tim. It'd be so cool, too, for you to, like, send your paramotor over here so it's all ready for you to go. And then when you get here, man, you're just ready to fly all around everywhere. Dude, I gotta really fix that mirror, guys. Okay, definitely. Dude, that would be amazing, Tim. Yeah, Tim, I really do appreciate you coming on here. Like I said, everybody, for all of you guys that are coming on here, Tim is the man. He makes really great videos. Make sure you guys check him out as well. All right, dude, I'll talk to you later, man. I really appreciate y'all. Make sure I check out my my messages, all right, man? But yeah, like I was saying, like, Tim's a really great guy. He's another paramotor pilot from China. And what's cool about Tim is that he actually messes with a lot of electric paramotors. Here, I'm going to turn the camera around. So right now, guys, we're on the Parkway. We're headed to work. Look at that, gas is on the Parkway, $2.98 a gallon. Gas prices are starting to slowly drop around here, but nothing too crazy yet. So we are just driving south right now, trying to get away from all this sun. The sun's actually making the video really bad, because you guys can see that terrible glare right there. I wish I could almost keep my hand like this to cover that glare, but it's so hard to do, especially when you're driving. But yeah, so like I was saying, yesterday we actually flew the APGO glider that I actually got from Tim, who was just on here. And like I said, for some of you guys that aren't aware of Tim, Tim's a fantastic guy. He's another creator. He saw that I make videos. He heard me talking about triking. He had a bigger glider, and we talked, and then boom, I got the APGO glider. And he also sent me a couple other things, like obviously the stand that we're using right now for this live stream. So my phone is actually on a stand from Tim, which is so cool. And this stand is incredible, because he actually saw when I used to do my live streams all the time, my hot rod, my camera would jump around like this no matter what I did, because there are always these cheap plastic mounts, right? Because I didn't know if it was something I really wanted to do. I didn't know. And some of those mounts are so expensive, even those plastic ones. So I didn't want to throw no money away. I was too scared to. And then Tim, being the cool guy that he is, he not only did he give me a glider, but he gave me the PVG smoke system that's for the Vitarazi engines, and he also gave me this phone mount for our live streams that I do all the time. So I really, like I said, guys, Tim's the man. Make sure you guys check him out. Yo! T, what's up, dude? Thanks, man. Scoob! Can't leave New Jersey because you'll never pump gas. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yo, Scoob, when I was just in San Francisco, man, I had to pump my own gas. And dude, gas out there is like $6 a gallon. It was a joke, man. Absolutely crazy. So what's up, everybody? Good morning, dude. We're here heading to work right now in New Jersey. I actually had a couple other things I had to do this morning, so I had to like go jump around a little bit. But now, I'm headed back to the job, which is nice. And hopefully today it just ends up being like an easy day so we can get this stuff done. We'll see. We will see how this goes. Too expensive? T, what's too expensive? What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. Man, I want to turn this around. The lighting right now is just terrible, guys, so just give me a few minutes. But what's up, everybody? Good morning. Like I said, we're heading south towards Cape May right now, but we're not going to drive all the way to Cape May. If someone was to call me and ask where I was, I would say I'm in Cape May. But that's not as far. You guys can see, like, get all the way to Cape May right now. What is it? This mile marker is saying 15.6 miles away. So I'm not going that far. I'm basically going as far as like, man, I want to say like exit like 8-ish or something like that. I can't even think it right now what exit it'll be, but you'll see. And what we're doing is we're going to a campground called Old Stagecoach, guys. I don't know if you guys are aware of the campgrounds around here on the East Coast in New Jersey, but man, there's so many campgrounds out here, and everybody wants a nice deck, right? And that's what I do. I'm a deck builder. I build decks for a living. I would love to be a full-time YouTuber and start doing like work on my own, you know, and it's hard to do it. You know, right now I look at myself as a part-time YouTuber, something that I'm trying to push more of. I'm trying to be better at my videos, trying to make sure that it's stuff that you guys like to see, you know, trying to be very creative. Trying not to swerve. So Scoob, what do you got going on today? You going to work? This looks like a pretty shaded spot here. So, like I said yesterday, guys, it was actually a fun flight yesterday because not only did I get to go for one of my regular paramotor flights, but I got to bring all of my cameras on flight. And I love those days, but I definitely learned something that I'm doing wrong with all my cameras, and I'm meaning just one right now. I realized that my chase cam is just way too close to me, at least with the camera that I'm using on there, because I'm noticing that when I look at my view of this, the chase cam, I'm just too close. I feel like the angle of the attack is great, where I can see me and a bit of the glider, but I want to see the whole glider. I want to see myself from a farther away perspective. So what I'm going to do is, try to lengthen, try to, like, you know, make my line longer. But what I should do is get like a longer line. I'm not going to add to that line. I don't want to do stuff like that. I just want to get another string that's the same kind of string and just add to it. Found another damaged line from my accident. More waiting. Yeah, that's a shame, Scoob. I'm sorry to hear that, man. You know, Scoob, I don't know if you have two gliders or not, but I feel like that's why it's so important. And I know it's hard to even just own one set of everything too. And believe me, I wouldn't even have had a second set like I do have if it wasn't for my man Tim on here on YouTube. But it's like, I feel like it's so important for all of us paramotor pilots to have, oh man, the light, I'm going to turn the camera around. I feel like it's so important for all of us to have like that spare wing, spare props, you know, especially if we go away. That's what scares me a lot. And you know, now, since I have my other Vitarazi sitting in a box, I feel this weird comfortability now knowing that like I'm way good. Like if something was to happen with my other setup, I at least can swap over an engine, I can swap over a prop, and luckily I do have two different gliders, you know, so, you know, and I do know that a lot of people don't have that, you know, and I'm not saying like anything in a bad way, but I feel like so lucky that I do have two things, you know. And right now too, Scoob, I'm trying to build my other paramotor up right now to stock again because I didn't like the Vinarazzi motor on anymore. Because compared to how like my Star frame is and the original Expedition frame, my Expedition frame is so lightweight that I just didn't like that heavier end on it, and it didn't even sit on there correctly anyway, you know? It wasn't on there like it should have been from factory. It was on there from the way that I made it so. So for that being said, like, I kind of wanted to put my original engine back on there, but I didn't want to ever put that original motor back on until I figured out a lot of the problems with it, and I did. And a lot of my issues were that I had a dirty fuel in the tank and it was running my engine lean because I was making the carb get so dirty instantly and I didn't even realize it, you know, and it's just crazy. So, alright, so here's this exit. Alright, not this one. Alright, so we have a little bit more traveling on the parkway and then I should be there, so. Like, because I always do miss this one. Alright, so it's exit 9, it's not exit 8. I actually said exit 8. I don't even know if there is an exit 8, but it's exit 9. I'm so sorry about the lighting, guys. It's like, it's so close to me not having this problem in like another matter of minutes here. But yeah, like Scoob, like when I hit my Roadster 3, and hit my first prop strike on those lines, it killed me. But you know what's crazy though, Scoob, is that I only nicked all my lines and I only hurt the sheathing of them, which is crazy because I actually can still totally fly the wing totally fine, which I do, but I'm not doing like anything with it. I'm not trying to do the wing overs. I'm not trying to do spirals with it. All I'm doing is if I fly the glider, I'm just flying the glider, you know what I mean? Just to fly it. And really, what's going on is that it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 lines that I need to change here. That lighting, guys, I'm so sorry. You can't head to work to fly. Either work or fly. Well, Scoob, I go work so I can fly. But no, you're totally right, though. I actually love writing those kind of titles, Scoob, because I feel like if I don't write anything with something to do with flying, Scoob, I feel like I don't grab any attention. You know what I mean? And I feel like in my titles, I need to always put about flying, because I am planning on today flying, Scoob, like I did yesterday, because today is supposed to be a much, much better flying day with the winds way lighter. Yesterday, man, it was brutal. Like, meaning like the winds were not perfect. Because, dude, they did a full 180 on me when I was flying in the air. And I don't know if you've ever had the pleasure of feeling the winds change. But, dude, it's a little scary. I started to feel a lot of sink yesterday. And I went to go land. And, dude, I landed in a tailwind because the winds changed direction. I didn't realize it. And, dude, I totally got dumped into the sand at the beach. So, you know me, Scoob. I had to go up and do a redemption flight and make sure I corrected that. So I did another takeoff and did another landing perfectly, but still though, it's like, it was so crazy. Okay. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm hoping to go fly today, Scoob. Weather is great today, and I have the chance to potentially go hang out with like Vito. Maybe even Pilot Tom, depends on the time. Also, hang out with Al. Al is another pilot. He is more of a skydiver than anything, but you can already tell by his skills, he definitely knows what he's doing. He just wants to get a couple flights. I can't get my redemption flight until I fix stuff. Scoob, I know. Hey, Scoob, if you want, man, you can come right over to New Jersey, dude, and fly my stuff, no problem, man. Anytime you want, man. Always, always, always. My gear is always up for grabs for you, Scoob. I am sorry, though, that you're down and out with your stuff, and I know that feeling, because that's hard. It is heartbreaking. And just for everybody that's aware, like, once you get into paramotoring, there is nothing like para waiting. And para waiting becomes the biggest killer to your soul, because to me, it's like when you finally get to what it's like to fly, and then you have this perfect aircraft, you have this perfect wing, perfect weather, and you go and send it, and it's like the best time of your life. But then when it's that perfect weather and you have a little bit of damaged gear or something's wrong and you can't go fly, it's the biggest right now in Scoop. I really do feel for you, man. But like I said, my gear is always open to you, dude. So if you're ever in New Jersey, man, you can take up the 30 meter any day you want, man, and take up my SkyMax no matter what. Like being out of flying. Away from being on the job, and this deck is already all put together. I'm hoping that the material is here right now, because if it's not, then we're kind of in a little bit of trouble. But the material should be here today, like it should have been here sometime yesterday, and all I got to do is build a set of steps and add a few rails. This is one of the easier jobs. So hopefully I'm out of here within a half a day, and I get to go hang out and do some kiting lessons, you know, and go get to see Al potentially take his first flight today. And like I said, he's very aware with paramotoring, he's very aware with skydiving, you know, and stuff. So I'm really excited and actually looking forward to seeing him fly. And plus, he's got beautiful stuff too, by the way. He's flying the Parajet Maverick with the cool, dope black frame. And he's also got the Spider 3. I believe he said 26 meter. Super dope. So, ooh, turkey. Get out of the road, turkey. So every time I always see an animal, I always try to like beat the horn to like, if I can see it way in front of me, I try to beat just so it kind of like, you know, I feel like that's what you should do, you know. I hate beeping my horn because I normally never do it, but I'll do it just to the animals, you know. All right, so we're pulling into Old Stagecoach. This is, like I said, an old, well, it's not an old campground, but it's like like one of the originals, you know, that was around here for a while. But it's great though, you know. It's just I like these campgrounds because they're so private, you know, and really they're just nice. But like I said, everybody, when I get to these sites, I normally like to actually end the live before I actually get there, unless if I know for sure that nobody would be there. But normally, Raj, what's up, man? I hate to say it, dude, I'm actually ending the live right now because I can't. My thing is, it's like when I go up to a job site first thing in the morning, I don't like to video other workers because I don't know how they would react to it. And to be honest with you guys, instead of even coming close to having a conflict or a problem, I just like to not videotape other people. But yeah, Raj, I appreciate you jumping on here though, man. We had a whole bunch of people on the live today already, so I definitely appreciate you being on. It's always nice to see everybody come back and always say what's up. Raj, as soon as I'm done work, I'll definitely make sure I message you back. I saw that you messaged me, man. I have a couple other people I need to write back to. I just have a lot going on. And I'm hoping that today, Raj, I get to go flying again with my buddy Out and potentially Vito. So we'll see how that goes. And like I said, everybody, make sure you guys all stay tuned. I really love sharing these videos with everybody. It means a lot to me that I get the time to do this with you guys. And I think it's cool that I get to bring you guys along for the ride in the morning. Okay, I will, dude. Sounds good to you, Raj. I will. And right now, like I said, I'm going to jump to the job. So I normally leave my phone in the car. So like I said, everybody, I really do appreciate all of you for watching, subscribed, always smashing that like button on all my videos. I really do appreciate it. And like I said, stay tuned, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Epic things to come. So until next one, everybody, work hard, fly safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.